A government-appointed panel headed by Infosys co-founder Kris Gopalakrishnan submitted its draft report on framework for non-personal data earlier this month. The framework aims to put regulations in place to share anonymized data that can be used efficiently for the benefit of smaller companies, government, and citizens rather than being stored up with big companies. So what exactly is non-personal data? Non-personal data is basically any information that cannot be personally identifiable. It can be of three types: private data or the data owned by non-government entities, public data or the data owned by the government, and community data or raw data of a group of people that may be collected by private entities. What are the committee's observations? The 9-member committee proposed that companies share non-personal data they collect from users in raw form with their competitors, as this is community data and can help encourage innovation and check monopolies. Although exceptions can be made in case of unfair requests. Speaking during a virtual meeting on 23rd July, Gopalakrishnan said that Non-Personal Data Authority will have the powers to take a call in disputed cases and whether data will be shared between non-government and government entities. The regulation exempted data or data-related conclusions that are derived by the company. But businesses will increasingly come under the purview of the regulation and will be identified as a data business depending on elements of the data they collect and how it is collected and stored. The Electronics and IT Ministry had proposed to set up this committee last year to check the governance framework. Feedback on the draft will be welcomed until August 13 before final recommendations are made. Gopalakrishnan said it can be a $500 billion business opportunity in the next 5 years. The report considers this to be the right time to regulate the data ecosystem, which will provide certainty for existing businesses and incentives for new ones. Micro, small, and medium enterprises along with startups are expected to benefit more than larger companies. Apart from multinational companies, data can also be sought from the government. The report outlines how the untapped social and public value from data can be used to create balance in the digital industry, as few companies dominating the digital front leads to outsized benefits to them. The draft report stated that it is reported that Google and Facebook together control about 60% of the internet advertising market in the US. It is also estimated that Amazon had 37% share of the online e-commerce market in the US in 2019. Meanwhile, some experts have criticized the expectations of filling the digital divide between small and data-rich large companies. They believe sharing of non-personal data is only a good idea in principle.